Keep California cowgirls from vanishing. Welcome to the Urban Cowgirl Show. Training our horses and miniature cows in ranch versatility. Penning, Rusty and Susie, our bull and heifer. Roping Rusty with Morgan horse, Semi. Training Eve to work over her haunches with a motor cow simulator. Training Eve on a cow roping simulator. Sadie practices over the haunches with an ATV mechanical cow simulator.
Pulling slack. And Susie's coming my way because she feels the pressure behind her horns.
This is a continuation of a show where we worked on Eve's stop and then stand cue.
Okay, now I'm going to move this way, slowly, and you go with me at a walk, and then stop. It's not the stop, it's the stand that's broken right now. Okay, come back in position. We're going to have at least one other show about fixing this problem or these problems. Easy now, Eve. Easy. When she does the gaping, it's best to redirect her feet rather than one rein stopper, because redirecting her feet will get her focus back. And the one rein stop is almost a reward to her because she wants to stop working. I'm just going to go about 2 rails worth. Back her up. Back. Yeah, she's not. That's resistance you're seeing. This is going to be the beginning of the next show about repairing Eve's stop and stand. Walk. Woo. Okay, let's go back. Walk. I'm going to wait for you to come back in position here. Good. Good way to come back rather than making a U-turn. So what we're actually going to do is start working on repairing the stand. We've got the stop. But you know, when you're out there working cows, especially mini cows, you want to make sure your horse will stand for you. I'm going to come this way. Very short run.
You're not even watching anymore.
Good. All right, now I'm not going to move the moving object. You try to take her up and down the south fence again without the moving object. Let's see if we can get her focus. At a walk, trot, and or canter, whatever you feel comfortable doing. I'm not going to move the moving object. We need to get her focus back and resolution, because if you can't get what you're going for, then go back to something you're pretty sure you can get and stop on that note. Good, good. See, she's looking to see if this thing's going to move. It's almost like we turned on the stress button and are having trouble turning it off. Try a walk this time. I like to show these videos because I'm sure there are a lot of people have that kind of trouble. Good, 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 good. Can you stop her? There you go. That's our note of resolution. That's all for today.
Okay, so this is a postscript, and I'm just going to tell you what I thought of the session. And for me as the writer, I thought it was a little bit frustrating when Eve just is reacting and not really listening to me. But Sonia assures me she's going to get better, and I think she's right. It'll just take time for her to get the stop and understand that we don't always want her on the go, and that there are times where she does need to stop and wait for us to tell her what to do. But overall, I think we ended pretty okay. So,
Cowgirl, and I'm writing Eve today. Ashley wrote her at the last session, and probably tomorrow Katie's going to write her. We know that Eve will do anything that we ask if she understands what we're asking, and sometimes the asking is just a matter of timing. So all three of us are going to be asking the same thing of Eve, and we'll see if it works with any one of us, and then if so, we'll try to teach the other two what it was we did. Now, yesterday was a really rainy day, and by the way, today is about to be a rainy day, so we probably won't get much filming done today or writing. But yesterday, when we were lunging in this arena, I went over to the exercise cow and ran this moving object, this dog toy, back and forth, just to make that not such a scary event for either three of the horses. Each one of them, when they were lunging, were just totally focused on the lunger. Then when I started running the little dog toy along the laundry line, they each did what a horse does. They kept in the lunge circle. They were good about that, but boy, could I tell that their eyeballs were watching this moving object. Even though all three of them have worked with this moving object in the past, it's still an obstacle. It's still a possible predator to them. So we're going to work today on walk and then trot. And if that works, tomorrow we're going to try canter to go along with this moving object and keep Eve standing still after she stops. Because now that's what's the broken part of keeping Eve light and responsive to our request. She'll stop. She's done a whole lot of over the haunches. She'll do that for us, but she gets so stressed, so resistance-full when we move this mechanical moving object here, that's a cow simulator, so to speak, she won't stand still. So here we go, one small step at a time. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. Back, back. Don't move yet, Ashley. Ashley is running the exercise cycle. Okay, now I'm going to go over the haunches, and the moving object is where I'm pointing. It will be going up, and you'll be seeing it soon. I'm going to go over the haunches, and what I want you to do is move with us. And then when we get about 2/3 of the way, I'm going to stop, and you stop the moving object, and I'm going to see if not only can I get her to stop, but can I get her to stand still so she's not concerned about this possible predator. Okay, so I'm going to do back, and as I go over the haunches, you're going to move back. Good. And a nice walk. Here we go. Let's go all the way up to the black water tub here. It will be visible a little farther. If you go up to the black water tub, it'll be visible to the camera. Good. Oh, she just did a nice sigh. Yeah, turning her ears to listen to me. So far, so good. We're going to do the same thing in the other direction. I'm going to step back. As soon as I'm over or starting to go over, back, back. Good. Okay, keep going. Try to keep up with us. She's walking nice and fast. She is a fast walker on the trail. Whoa. Okay, we got a good whoa. I didn't even have to pull back on the reins this time. While Ashley is doing that, I'm going to back up Eve, back, over the haunches and go without the moving object. And pick up a trot. Whoa. He is standing for me. Okay, we're going to do the same thing in the other direction. I'm looking where I'm going. Picking up a trot. Whoa. Okay, you see that hip starting to go out? That's the stress starting to show itself. So we're going to go back to a walk because now it's the moving object as well. I have to give her confidence that nothing's going to scare her. She has to trust me. That's what these sessions are all about right now. And remember, the reason we're teaching her this and working with her is because we're aiming for cow work with my mini cows, and I sure don't want to be riding a horse that won't stop and stand when I ask it of the horse, or when the horse has to do it on its own while working the cow. So we're going to go, as soon as I start going over the haunches, you're going to go slowly, but try to keep up with us. Back. Fast walk. Keep going. She sees it. She's watching it. Keep going up to this black tub. Whoa. Very nice. Do it again. She's walking even faster. She's deciding to trot ever so slightly. Whoa. Good. Good. But that hip went out a little bit. We're trying to do this scientifically and in small steps, trying to figure out what is it that's keeping Eve from standing still and being stress-free. Whoa. All right, I might pick up a trot. If I do, don't go any faster than what I'm doing, because that might stress her. Back. Back. Good. Whoa. Again. Whoa. Much better. I still don't like this hip coming out, but we'll work on that problem. Right now, I just want to get her confidence. That's the most important thing. Okay, and I'm going to try to talk only when I'm on this end of the arena because our mics don't have the reach for that end. So if I have something to say, I'll say it on my way back or when I get here. Same drill. Back. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Okay, she did dance around just for an instant on the other end. I knew that she would stop, though, if we didn't apply any more pressure. At some point here in the next run or two, I'm going to try to ask for a faster trot. I'm going to stop way before the end because she already anticipates that at the end is when she's going to get upset. And by the way, I have my spurs on today, only if I need them in a pinch. She knows they're on because I tickled her with both the spurs on both sides, and she's very responsive to them, but I'm trying not to use them because Eve is a horse that is very sensitive to any kind of leg pressure. The spurs are there only for lateral cues. Sitting on my pockets, looking over the ear, keeping her back. Whoa. 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 She's thinking about it. You can see it. You can see how she moved that hip away farther, but she stopped. And I really think this is going to be the way we're going to cure Eve of not being able to stand still when she's working this long cable cow moving object at a trot or eventually at a canter. Now, my hopes were that I'd feel that she trusts me so much today at the trot that we could maybe go to the canter tomorrow. But we'll just take it one small step at a time. We won't go to the canter if we don't have full trust at the trot. Okay, a few more times. The sun is trying to peek through, but there's rain clouds all around. I'm not insisting that her hip be over. Not yet. Whoa. 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 Is this our moment of resolution? Sometimes it's hard to decide, but I'm in the saddle now. I can feel her body language. I can see her body language from the saddle, her ears, her eyes that are watching me from the edges of her eyes. And, you know, the last couple runs, I feel that Eve said, oh, I'm not going to get too excited, but I'm going to be ready to get resistance full if I do get excited. So I'm going to stop today. And we're going to continue to do this until we've got a good stand after the stop with Firecrest Easter Eve. Next session with Eve, working the little dog toy on our long cable cow run. It's early in the morning, very brisk. We're just going to work our way up during this session from a walk to a trot and maybe a canter. And actually, Ashley's aboard today. She's done it before. We may have Katie do it too. We just have to see how far we can get with Eve today. Trying to keep her light. Trying to get her to stand after the stop when we're working with this particular mechanical moving object. Okay, so Ashley, you just start walking along with it. So far we're seeing no stress. We don't mind if she moves her hip away, like she just did. We just don't want her getting real hard on the mouth and turning circles away from the moving object. One small step at a time of improvement is what we're aiming for here as we increase speed through transitions. Okay, you're going to come back this way at a walk. We have to make Eve realize that she needs to be confident that this is not a predator. Good, good. She's looking at it. How does she feel to you?
She's really anticipating.
Anticipating, says Ashley. Okay, that's because she's not yet confident. Okay, on the way back, give her head and see if she wants to pick up a slow trot. I'll move a little faster if she does. Okay. We're going to let her choose on this run. No trot yet. A little bit of concern when she gets there, but seems to be okay. Just squeeze her on this time. Give her her head, and ever so slightly. You know how sensitive she is to leg pressure. With your calves, squeeze a little bit. Sit deep on your pockets when she starts moving out. There you go. Okay, just try to back her up. Give her a moment to think. She was fine. She didn't even move her hips out.
Back. Hey.
Hold, yeah. Lift up that double rein to get that break at the pole. Try to back her up again. Very quietly. Everything has to be done quietly with Eve now so she does not get resistance full. A little bit more. We're stopping at random places, not always in the same place, and not too close to either the east or west fence. Good, good. Okay, so she picked up a nice trot all by herself. Did you squeeze?
Not at all.
Not at all. Didn't squeeze at all. All right, we're going to go back again. If she's behaving, I'll choose a place to stop, and you see if you can get her to stop by understanding that not only is the moving object stopping, but you're sitting deep in your pockets. Try not to use the reins. Only if necessary do you use the reins. And then see if we can get her to stand, even if that hip gets pushed out a little bit. Okay, ready to go. No trot this time, maybe on the way back again. We're trying to let Eve decide with just a little bit of suggestion from us. I moved the moving object a little faster, and she overreached. She went past it, but she didn't push her hip out. She's just not sure yet. What's the drill here? Am I supposed to just stop when you ask me to stop? Am I supposed to follow this moving object? And of course, that's what cow work is. Cow work, when you let the horse do it. Reining, when you ask the horse to do it. Nice, nice back. Now what I do is go a little farther back and then go a little bit farther away from the south fence. We're a little bit too close to do a rollback over the haunches. Look over her head when you want to go. You want to go a little bit to your left, look over her left ear. Good. Good. Over, over, over. Good. A nice little jog. Good. Stand. Nice stand after the stop. See if we can pick up a faster jog coming back with just ever so slight calf pressure. And give her her head with the reins. Start stopping now. Yeah, we have to give her a little bit of head start since she's been, you know, with the stop cue, right. Since she hasn't been realizing that it's her job to stop. Back again. A little bit of offset here. Try to come back this way. Don't let her turn her hips to the moving object. That's a bad habit to get into, especially when it's a cow. See how Eve is behaving with the stresses of life that's facing her. That's what natural horsemanship is all about. Understand how the horse is perceiving their environment and what you're asking of them, and then deal with it one small step at a time. Okay, she's veering away. Try not to, yes, try not to let her hips, no, come back this way to your left. Try not to let her go away from the cow or the moving object, the simulated cow. You see, as we pick up speed, we're still getting stress. So we may not get to a canter today, we may not get to a canter in this show, but we'll keep working on it. This has been a problem with Eve for a long time, and I'm now going to concentrate on it because it's been long enough that it's been the wrong answer. Stop her sooner. Good, good, good. Stand. Good. That was perfect. And you know what I do now, just because that was such a good answer? We're not ready to quit. But just take her out in the arena and do some, you know, some figure eights or something like that at a trot, at a nice little jog. And I'm going to turn off the camera, and then we're going to come back and see if we can ask for a little bit more speed, maybe even transition to a canter. We're now working on trying to pick up speed, transitioning to a canter on a straight, short path that's parallel to this south fence, where is our mechanical moving object. We just need to get Eve to understand that her job is just to pick up a slow, stressless canter, even without the moving object right now. So I doubt that we're going to get to moving the long run cable cow, but you're seeing what we're doing to ultimately be able to do it. Okay, so with the camera off, we did a little bit of practicing, and that's what made us realize we definitely aren't ready. You see how Eve starts to swerve off? Well, the first couple times she got away with it. The last couple times she didn't, because we're anticipating it and dealing with it. And now she's paying attention to something at the over 2 fences away. So Ashley's going to do what she has to do to get her focus. A lot of backing. So although ultimately our objective is to be able to work our little mini cows. We need to pay attention to all of these little pieces that fit together with each of the horses to do it safely. Remember, we're working on Eve's stand. Her stop, oh, I'd say 70% of the time we get it just fine, but then she gets real stressed. And you're seeing what we mean by getting real stressed and how we're dealing with it. Okay, here's another try at a parallel short run at a canter with Eve. Now you can see that it is, and then look at that gaping. Bring her back. Try again. Try to stop sooner. Make her realize that the stop is not just because there's a fence.
Hey, Evie, where are you? Come back.
Look over her ears. Come on back here, and instead of standing for a long time, just very quietly turn around. She might even pick up the canter by herself now because she kind of knows that that's the request. Stop now. There. Okay, let's see if you can get her to stand. Well, looks like that's the best we can do. We'll turn off the camera and see if we can practice a few more minutes and then see if there's any improvement, but you see what is ahead for Firecrest Easter Eve and the long run cable cow. Now she's actually doing a nice brisk walk. Let's see if we can stop. Oh, good. All right, so we haven't lost any ground with this session, but we certainly haven't gone to the next step. So Ashley, can you come close to the camera? And from the point of view of the rider of Eve today, can you tell us what is, in your opinion, the next step?
I think she just needs to be comfortable in knowing that standing is really okay and it's not always an on-the-go thing. But I think if we just keep working on it, we can get her up to speed.
We plan to provide repetitive practice for Eve where she is asked to stop and stand with and without the moving object and at all 3 gates. Our cast of characters: Sadie and Eve, Sammy, Rusty and Susie, heifer calf Selah. For more information, www.cowgirlchannel.com.